Greetings, fellow candle fans. My name is Andrea. Welcome to Center Stage. Today in Center Stage, we're going to be talking about Acorns and Apple Spice from Gala Shop Candle Co. This was part of the Autumn Almanac collection. The candle is 100% soy wax. It has cotton wicks and it's free of toxins. The company is headquartered in Texas. It's woman-owned. The owner's name is Shelby. She's also the one who designs the beautiful labels on these vessels, and I love her labels. This time on the amber jars, she's added a little color, which I think goes beautifully with the amber jar. It's just gorgeous. If you decide to purchase either this candle or another one from Gift Gala, my ambassador code is AndreaGiftGala10. That'll get you 10% off on any purchases you might make. And it goes, for me, it goes towards store credit so I can purchase more candles to review for you. I prefer the 16-ounce amber jar. This size is perfect for me, mostly because it actually gives me a chance to finish a candle. I tend to be a mood burner, not a seasonal burner. And if I'm in the mood for something, I light it up, which usually means I'm burning something different every day. And I've come to discover that that means that I don't go through candles as quickly as a lot of other people do. Even though I normally burn scents in 2 different rooms, it still takes me a while to go through a candle. And the 4-wick vessels in any brand are almost a lifetime supply for me. Let's talk a little bit about the scent story on this candle. Let me read it to you from the website. It says, a winding walk through fallen leaves and woodland paths where heirloom apples, acorns, and warm autumn spices linger in the cool October air. Sunlight dances through the trees while golden leaves gather along the trail, creating a fragrance that captures the quiet magic of an autumn afternoon. Yes, this reminds me of the way our ravine smells. We border on a ravine and our house is elevated and looks out over it, and we have a small creek running through it, and it's heavily treed. So when you're sitting on our screened-in porch in the fall, you get the smell of the leaves on the trees that have some of them that have also fallen on the ground. It's that woodsy, crispy, leafy scent, and it's absolutely beautiful. It also reminds me of walking through a pile of leaves. I don't know if you ever did this when you were a kid, but when I was growing up, people would pile their leaves up along the sidewalk, and we kids would shuffle through them and we'd make a real mess. But it reminds me of what a pile of leaves smells like when it's kind of ruffled up a little bit. It's really beautiful. Let's talk about the scent notes a little bit. The notes are fallen leaves, of course, acorn, allspice, golden amber, heirloom apple. On cold sniff, that apple note is the most dominant, although there are hints of the wood in the background and the acorn, and I feel like all of the scent notes are grounded in amber without giving this a perfumey scent. So it's really gorgeous the way that she's blended this. It's a very well blended candle. As the scent burns, the apple just kind of quietly fades into the background. It's still present, you can still smell it, but it's not as prominent as it was on cold sniff. What actually becomes more prominent is the woody quality of the acorn and the fallen leaves note, which gives it, I don't know how they managed to do this, but it actually gives it that crunchy vibe that you get with fallen leaves, leaves that have been sitting on the ground for a while. It's just, I just admire the perfumers who blend, the owners who blend these scents. I can smell the notes. I just can't imagine putting them together. So kudos, Shelby. This is a beautiful scent. The Allspice, it's really not a spicy. Acorns and Apple Spice really isn't a spicy fragrance. If the Allspice adds a warmth, honestly, instead of a spiciness. So if allspice or any kind of a spice is something that you're not too crazy about, you really don't have to, you don't have to worry about it with this scent. It's really, I keep repeating myself, and excuse me for that, but it's just really gorgeous. Let's talk about strength and throw a little bit. It's probably around a 6 in my open concept space. It fills the space nicely, and it does travel, although it kind of travels within the realm of where the couch and the love seat and the TV are. It creeps a little bit into the primary bedroom, but not too much, and a little bit towards the front of the house, which is why I rated it at around a 7. Now, I burned this in my open concept space without putting a hurricane on it. I suspect a hurricane, it's going to warm that wax up even more, and it's going to be a little bit stronger and throw a little bit further. But remember, this is a 16-ounce 2-wick candle. It's not a 4-wick. It's not even an apothecary size jar. So you're not going to get quite the strength and throw that you would get in a larger vessel. Keep that in mind. And if you decide that this is a fragrance you'd like, definitely purchase it in a larger vessel. But for me, I'm happy with the amber jars. In my closed concept with a hurricane on it, because it's right underneath like a cold air return, I always keep a hurricane on my candles there when the AC is going in the summer. It does really well. It travels out a little bit into the open concept, and it travels into the adjacent primary bathroom, and it fills up the entire closed concept primary bedroom space. So I have been burning this a lot in the evening. It's been a fantastic evening burn for me. I think this is very well suited for an evening burn or an afternoon burn. It's that kind of a scent. Although, quite frankly, you could burn this any time of the day. I also feel like this is a great scent to burn in August and September. It's not too spicy. It's not too apple forward. It does remind you of fall without screaming, "Hey there, it's autumn." It's very soft and it's very inviting. And I think if you're tired of all the fruity, coconutty scents from summer, that this would be a wonderful fragrance to burn now. So consider it. It's really, really nice. I want to talk about the wicks on this. The wicks have been doing a wonderful job. No problems at all. No curling. There were a few carbon balls in the beginning, but I trimmed those off, and it does just fine. It's been a great burn. I will tell you though one thing, and this is not the candle's fault, this is mine. I bought one of those electric rechargeable candle lighters, the ones that kind of electrocute the wicks, and I used it on this candle for the first few burns. And I noticed, I guess after about the 3rd burn, that the wax was starting to discolor a little bit. Now, it didn't affect the scent of the candle at all, but I noticed that when you use those electric wick lighters, that they throw off, like, I don't know how to describe it, little black particles. They're tiny, and they throw little black particles off that tend to accumulate in the wax, and over time it will discolor your wax. At least it did mine. So I stopped using that, and the discoloration cleared up completely. Like I said, it never affected the scent of the candle. It didn't affect it in any way. It just made it a little unsightly, which if you had this in a clear jar would be something you'd want to be aware of. But because I have the 16-ounce amber jar, it wasn't an issue for me at all. And keep in mind, this was not the candle's fault. It was not the fault of the wicks. This is something that happened with those rechargeable lighters. And I've heard other people talk about that too, where they get those little tiny specks will throw off and attach to the sides of their vessel. So I don't know that I'm going to be using those rechargeable lighters. I was using them because it actually cuts down on the VOCs, and the time that you light a candle is when you're going to get the most sooting. But I'm back to using the butane lighters. It's just a second and I'm good with it. If it affects my air quality, it'll only be for a second or two, so I'm not really too worried about it. The big question is, would I repurchase this candle? And the answer to that is yes, I would definitely repurchase this candle. I give the scent 2 thumbs up. I'm loving burning it in the evenings, and I think this is going to be, you won't see too many empties from me, because as I said, I am a mood burner and I tend to skip around, so that makes it takes me a while to burn through a candle. But I think this might very well be one of the first empties that you see in one of my videos. I like it that much. It's a unique fall fragrance, and if you like a unique fall fragrance, if you like something out of the ordinary, then this is the candle for you. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe. I would also be interested to see what you think about this candle if you have it. So comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. Did you order something from the Gift Gala fall collection? Or Autumn Almanac, I'm sorry, from the Gift Gala Autumn Almanac collection. I'd love to know what you ordered, and are you enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying this candle? Gift Gala is going to, well, Gift Gala sent me, I'm getting my very first PR package from Gift Gala. I did buy all of these candles with my own money because I don't have enough store credit yet. I'm still a baby channel. So I did purchase all of these. I have both wax melt and I have candles. They're in the 16-ounce amber jar format, which, as I said, is my favorite from Gift Gala. So according to tracking, my PR package should be here on Monday. And depending on when it gets here, either Monday or Tuesday, then I'll be doing a cold sniff review, and we'll be talking about the October Traditions launch. Now the pre-launch, the October Traditions pre-launch is happening on August 6th at 7 p.m. Central Time, and it closes at midnight, also Central Time, the next day. It closes August 7th at midnight the next day. So I think a lot of Gift Gala has posted the scents, and Amy from Beloved Fragrance Finds, she's posted the scents. She's actually the one who brought Gift Gala to all our attention, and we are so grateful for that. Take a look and see if any of them are something you'd enjoy. One that I'm particularly interested in is Bound in Autumn. Bound in Autumn has a plum note. And I really like the Plum Embers wax melt that I purchased from Gift Gala. So I'm anxious to see what Bound in Autumn smells like. I only got 4 candles in this release because, well, it's fall. And there are a lot of fall releases coming up, and I have to kind of budget my money a little bit. If I don't, Lefty, the 3-legged rescue Chewini, we won't have enough money to buy him dog food, and he needs his dog food. He's a hearty eater. That's all for today, my friends. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. I loved having you here. And I hope to see you again in the future. Until the next video, you take care. Bye.